Hey, what's up guys? This is same old G and I'm back. Yeah, it's early in the morning. Okay, so I'm back with an RPG video today, and so this is, where to start? Like, this is somehow of a response to Null Inquisitor. We had this conversation over chat last week, and a little bit in the comment section of my recent videos, and he asked me really simple question. He asked me, are you a role player? Are you really a role player? Or are you just a robot who just wanna fucking annoy us with your goddamn videos? So, alright. I'm a robot. Also, Null Inquisitor man, you in the comment section, you asked me a bunch of questions. The part 2 video, you ask a bunch of questions, and they are all, these questions are the most relevant. Like, they are great. They are crazy great, like on another level great. So everybody, if you watch this, go see my part 2 video about you playing wrong. Go see that in the comment, not the video, I don't care, but in the comment section, there's a comment from Null Inquisitor. He's asking a list of questions. These questions are like interesting. They are deep. This is some good shit. So I'm gonna try and make a list, see if I can maybe do one video where I answer them all. But not today. Today I want to talk about this one. So you asked me, are you a role player? And we had this conversation because he's kind of mentioning that you don't seem. He said something along these lines, like, when we listen to you, it feels like you don't like RPGs. Like I'm criticizing a whole lot, and I talk a little bit like if I don't have fun, or if I don't like RPGs, and I just like indie games, or I just like STGs and stuff like that, or I can't seem to find enjoyment in the hobby since I'm kind of like always talking against these kind of games, the traditional games or whatever. And I was like, Jesus Christ, how in the world? I wanna be good with my language this morning. How in the world are you taking that? And I realize, because I don't necessarily listen to my videos, and I'm not in your chair neither, so I don't know how it feels to listen to my tone of voice and all that, and all my questions and criticism and all that. So I kind of realized that I might sound a little like against the traditional game, and that I'm like all about STGs and indie games and all that. And got me thinking. I'm sorry. I had shivers. Got me thinking, and I prefer RPGs over STGs anytime. Like, it's just, the thing is that actually, like, first off, if you know my channel a little bit, you know what the game I own, and you know the game I play. Like, in the games I've been playing recently is like Burning Wheel. Burning Wheel is an RPG. It's not an STG. It has STG elements and component in it, but it's an RPG with character advancement and a whole bunch of skills and point by character creation with life paths and shit. So that's an RPG. and Mage the Ascension, which I have a playlist on this channel, classic RPG. And you know, I received 7C recently, and I'm gonna receive DCC soon, RPGs. So I think if I think about it, I think that the only STG I own is Shock, Dread, and even Dread doesn't classify itself as RPG, as STG. Anyway, and the reason why I'm not a big fan of STGs is because there's no character progression, it's not suited for long play, and I like long campaigns. So yeah, I'm all about RPGs. But it's a love and hate relationship, because this is why recently I'm so like stoked and interested and excited about the modern games like 7C and Shadowrun Anarchy and stuff like that, because they kind of have best of both worlds. They bring in STG elements into a role-playing game with, you know, character advancement. Because for me, you know, the best way to see the distinction between STG and RPG is suited for long-term campaign play with character progression and character advancement, and you know, skill, you know, lots of skill, and you know, like attributes and stuff, just to it's character based. You know, RPG are a little bit more character based than story based, and this is what I'm talking about. This is what I would, you know, classify as RPG. While you know, these STGs are all about, you know, collaborative storytelling, where you manipulate all kinds of currencies to get over narration and you know, and it's not necessarily about the character history or progression so much, more than emulating a certain type of experience. You know, like going on a first date, you know, or I'm thinking about Emily Carabas now, or stuff like that, you know, trying to, you know, having you know, or a party game, you know, like tonight we're gonna emulate a Coen brother movie with Fiasco, for example. So yeah. Anyway, so you know, to keep on answering Non-Inquisitor's question, I do prefer RPG, and now I'm really, like I said, I'm really excited with these new type of game now that kind of make an hybrid. So it's a good moment for me right now, and for the hobby in general, I think. And the thing that might sound in my voice sometimes like I'm or in my tone, or in the question I ask, or in the videos, that might feel like I'm not against, but I'm not happy with what I see and what I got with the RPGs, is because I often feel like they lack something. You know, I'm not, you know, it's just either their intention, because the thing with STG, most of these STGs, their intention is clear, crystal clear. You know what you're getting yourself into, you know how it's gonna be and all that. While, you know, sometimes our RPG, they don't make intent, they don't have a clear goal, they don't have a clear intention in it, And so when you play, you never know what you're gonna get. And so I talk about that with Runeslinger in our conversation. So I'm not gonna repeat it here, but yeah, just to wanna clarify on my taste. This is how this is what I like. I like the long term play. I like the character based thing. You know, when you have your character sheet and you're like, ah man, I want to see him grow. I want to see where it goes. I want to. So yeah, big time. And STG, it's good for. I like STGs for one shot or short term play. And if I want to have an emulation of something really specific in terms of experience, I would use an STG. I would use STG for what it is, right? Honestly, like RPGs are way more substantial in terms of campaign. Now, I don't want to make those big, categories. There might be some STGs out there that you can have great campaign with it. Like Shock, for example. I can imagine, Shock being played for a long time. But I think, if I remember correctly, there might be a place in Shock where it says that it's good for like a certain number of sessions. After that, it kind of turn around in itself, just because the character progression is lacking, so doesn't it's not necessarily suited for such a long play. Anyway, so yeah, just want to make it clear, like sometimes you criticize more, or you criticize strongly or harder what you prefer, because you want it to progress, you want it to evolve, you want it to get better, you want to understand it better. So yeah, that's what I do. All right, thank you for watching. Talk to you soon.